Hey, it's Greg Maloney. We're at Ultimate Fitness Centre for episode 2 of Inside SuperGP. With Johnny Cricker, Alan John Fenter, Stephen Watson, yours truly, and one of the top young guns in this country. I can tell you something, when you look at what these guys get put through, what we've just been put through, you're going to lose your mind. This is what you have to do to go out there to be the best at the game and to make sure that you're strong enough to race in the Monster Energy SuperGP Championship. When you said come and have some fun in the gym, I didn't realise you're going to put me through hell.
Yo, Greg, I'm glad you guys are here. Big thank you to you, to Stephen, from SuperGP. It's nice to see he's not only just the organizer of SuperGP, he gets involved with the riders, and it makes it nice, it makes it user-friendly that he's not just a businessman running a sport, he's as passionate as what we are. And, I'm glad you guys are here. You can see how hard we train behind the scenes and that we don't just arrive and ride, and this is the kind of effort you need to put in, to put on a good show at SuperGP.
I'm worried about that because I'm not even putting in half the effort for this thing. But you just put us through. It was mental hell. It was physical hell. I don't even know if I can drive home. I might have to phone Sam.
Greg, the biggest advantage about this, and I've learned from Johnny Cricher, who rides himself now, and he'll be doing his first Super M now in Durban. The reason we use boxing is it's a bit of a discipline, and the 45-minute session we ride for. Me riding at the TT, or whether it was in British Championship in England or the SuperGP races where it's a longer gap, you have to concentrate for those 45 minutes. And here, when you're hitting combinations on the bag, you've got to be awake. You've got to move around, move your hands, watch you don't get hit back, work on the bag. It's a big concentration game.
Mental thing more than a physical thing as well. I think, especially when you get to the end, when you're starting to feel the fatigue and you're starting to feel like you can't go on, that's when you've got to dig deep.
At the end that you heard when John said to you wanted to do pull-ups and you said there's no chance. And like he says, there's no reason for giving up. It's your brain telling you. And John's strongest input towards me and my racing career, John's been working with me in the last 2 years. And if I had to tell you the amount he's helped me, it's been unbelievable. And it's 99.9% mental. And I know I've always been a fit person. I've always thought I was really fit. But this year I went to the TT, I did 6 races, 6 finishes, and I felt good, and all the hard work we put in paid off. And now we look forward to Macau, and we carry on with the same training regimen.
When you look at the stuff that you've got to put in for Macau, there's a whole other ball game there because you're on a street circuit, very similar to what we're going to have in Durban. But of course in this one, it's something that's completely unique in the world.
Macau is obviously around the streets of Macau, so
it's going to be this hard pushed in the morning, especially 5:30 at Ultimate Fitness.
Yeah, this has been a great experience. It's nice to see our riders work out so much. The physical side of the sport's a major part of it. They say the more fatigue you have, the less mental strength you have in the race. So it's great to see AJ's commitment. It's brought back a lot of memories for me. It's been years since I trained this hard for my competition days. But it's great, and all credit to him.
He certainly puts in a massive effort. You've been through this whole thing. You've been there, you've done it, you've got the T-shirt, now running with gas. Of course, there's also a mental side of things that you've got to keep together with that so that everything works according to plan from a planning point of view, from a logistics point of view, getting everything ready for the races. But I don't think you have to train this hard.
No, exactly. Listen, I think, yes, I've done this, but a good 15 years ago. I think tomorrow I'm going to need a Zimmer frame. But I think it doesn't matter what profession you're in. I think people forget the physical side of things. It really helps you combat stress. We often get lost in the organisation of these events. We also forget to train. But for an athlete, for a rider or a driver, it's imperative. It should be part of every day. And it's been a long time since I've been this out of breath.
What's the reason to go all out like that just for a superbike race?
Greg, it's not just about the race. The guys need to be fit, need endurance, need the mental strength, and that's a lot what the class and that's about.
It also takes a huge amount of effort to come here every single morning. We're here at 5:30 in the morning. These guys are committed, and of course that's what you've got to be if you want to be at the top of your game.
No, that's correct. AJ's here every morning, Monday to Friday, 5:30. 3 days a week, a gym session, then he puts in 4 group classes, Monday to Thursday in the afternoons as well.
It's a hell of a lot of work, and of course you're having to concentrate so much.
No, that's it. The concentration needed to perform the class, do the class and the boxing properly. It works for the racing. You need that concentration, you need the mental strength, endurance to get through 20 laps.
What other factors you've got to take into account, Johnny, when you're playing around? Because you're putting a massive effort in here, so surely diet must be a major factor as well.
Now look, the diet plays a big role because training 5 days a week, sometimes 2 hours, 3 hours a day, the diet needs to be right.
What kind of diet would we be looking at in terms of what would AJ be on right now?
Look, AJ will be on a big carb diet. protein, plenty carb though, because the training takes a lot out of him and he needs the energy. So.
And then, of course, there's no alcohol, there's no additional drugs or anything like that that are helping him out. This is purely physical strength coming out of the young man and what you're putting him through.
No, not at all. AJ is not a drinker. I mean, there's no supplement you can take for the training. So it's all natural. It's all him on his own.
And this is what you look like when you're done. Toast. Tell us why you do it.
For the passion, because nobody else can. Hi, I'm Alan John Fenter. This is Inside SuperGP. You can catch me on Facebook, Alan John Fenter, AJ Fenter Racing, or on my Instagram, SAC0039. And you follow me on Twitter at Alan39.